Now, if the slate is your first impression on camera when they have an audition, and that slate will be the first impression for the client, your headshot will be the first impression most anybody gets of you in this business. Your headshot is like your calling card, it's your business card. Everybody needs one. Now, back in the old days, we used to have to copy these off and hand them out like crazy. But nowadays, everything's online, we're saving paper, and everything's so much more efficient and inexpensive. So, let's talk about headshots. What is a headshot? Well, it kind of makes sense that you think of it as a shot of your head. Well, that's true. A headshot is a shot of your head. But a headshot can also be called a three-quarter shot, or a full-length shot, or a medium shot. If it's what you're handing them at the audition, they'll consider it your headshot. So, everybody needs a good headshot. Now, do I need to spend a lot of money right away on a headshot? Not necessarily. You can simply find a good camera, a neutral background, and the proper clothing, and take an initial photograph that's fairly good quality. And that's enough to show people what you look like and get a feel for maybe a little bit of who you are. But a serious actor, someone who's committed to the business, is going to go out and spend at least $200 or $300 in getting a good professional headshot. And I've had people tell me, well, what if I go to this photography studio? I go, well, do they shoot headshots? Do they know what it is? Have they looked on the websites of talent agencies and seen the styles that people are using? If so, great. Well, I have a friend that has a camera. Can they shoot? Well, it really depends. Again, do they know what you need? And every agent should tell you exactly what they need as far as photos go. Now, for me, I like to have an initial good commercial headshot. Boy next door, mom, dad, just no fun, no frills, basic smiling picture of me. The next shot I like is kind of a medium shot or three-quarter shot. And here in the Northwest, we get a lot of work outdoors and camping and hiking and fishing. So I like to have a little bit of a Northwest look. And another shot I like is a full standing business shot for adults. And this should be in a business suit from head to toe. Another shot that I like is specialty shots. Do you do karate? Do you dance, Pilates, yoga? Let's see you actually doing that in a shot. A skateboarder might be coming up a ramp. A gymnast might be doing a backflip, karate, a high kick. We want to see you in action. And it really speaks to what you do. And then there's some other shots, the urban coffee shop hipster look. Well, of course, I already said boy next door look, the cheerleader look, And really, you want it to speak to your castability. You have to know maybe some of the types of roles you might be up for, and then gear your pictures towards that. How do I know what roles I'll be up for? Watch TV, watch the movies, see who in there is similar or, kind of like you. And what you'll do is get yourself some great quality pictures, give them to your agent, and your agent will market you through those. You'll also market yourself. Now, a headshot is an interesting thing because we're seldom satisfied. We might not like all the shots we get. We might not be able to pick, or what we pick, where we think we look good, might not be the same as your agent. I like to say to people, have 3, 4, 5 people look over these pictures and get feedback from each one. And then certainly show your agent these pictures and get the feedback from the agent. The agent knows. They've seen casting sessions where they know who's getting cast and for what types of photos are successful. So do rely on your agent, but ultimately it's your choice. It is your business and your career. Now we're going to show you some examples of some headshots, and we're going to talk about how to find a great headshot photographer. Well, sometimes when folks send me photos, they speak a lot. This one's in black and white. Of course, she's a pretty girl and all, but you can see there's big earrings here and a big bracelet that's going to take our eye away from her eyes. In a good headshot, you want the viewer's eyes to go right to your eyes, okay? So you don't have any distractions, no big earrings or large bracelets or big hair bows or clips. You want to keep it plain and simple. Now, color is the way to go these days. And I believe that it's a wonderful thing because back in the old days, we had to get our headshots copied, and we did it black and white, and it wasn't real expensive at first. And then color came around, and it got really expensive to copy color. Well, it's not so expensive anymore. And again, most of it's done online, so you won't be printing up as much either. So color is the way to go. Now, is this a great headshot? Well, not necessarily. It's kind of grainy and a little bit out of focus. You can see that there's another person a little bit here in the photo. Again, a pretty girl, however, not a great headshot. It's okay, maybe, for an initial photo, but still I think we need to work a little bit more on sharpening the focus and taking a little less of the grain out of there. Maybe they enlarge this before they actually send it to me. But a headshot will speak, you know. Am I a professional actor or am I beginning? This one says beginning, this one says professional actor. So when you show a picture to somebody, you're really showing them yourself. How great of an actor or how much into this business you are. How committed and how serious you are about it. It does speak to your headshots. Now I'm talking about adults mostly. Really, adults and kids over 14. Now kids from 0 to 14, I don't think need to go out and spend $300, $400 on a nice professional headshot. One, because they change so quickly and the headshots will be outdated before you paid them off, basically. So really, no need to run out and spend a lot of money to get a high quality professional headshot when you're 0 through 14 years old, because you change so quickly. I would simply find a nice, reasonable photographer every year, year and a half, get a new photo taken. Now, when do I need a new headshot? Well, what I tell people is if you hold your headshot up to the mirror and you look into the mirror and you're seeing both people and they look the same, probably don't need a new headshot. I think I need a new headshot. But that's the idea. You want to keep current and up to date. If your hair gets cut, you're going to need probably a new headshot or at least a couple additional photos to give your agent. If you grow a beard, same thing. We need the different looks as you change. So you can see that photo 1 here is the first one I got. And you can see there's that dangly necklace, and it's not a high quality, great looking photo really. And then photo B is the same person. Yes, after instruction, after she knew what to do. And look how much happier she is. Now, when I would send a picture to a client, I send this one, they're not going to think as highly of the actor and their professionalism as they would this one. This might be the better actor, but they like the photo here. So you want to get a variety of photos. You want to get good quality. You want to make sure that you prepare for your photo shoot. But before we do that, let's talk about how to get a headshot photographer. Just like anything else in life, you got to find the right fit for you. This is a really important event in your career, and you must find a photographer that you fit with, that's the right fit for you. We all have different personalities, and so do photographers. We want to interview the photographer, call them up. Well, first look at their websites, call them up, ask them some questions such as what kind of camera do you shoot on? Do I get to keep all the photos and have copyrights to all the photos? How many digitally enhanced shots do I get? Some do 1, some do 2. Over the whole 100 pictures that are taken, they'll say, we'll clean up and give you 2 with our shoot. Some shoot on film, most are shooting digitally these days, and really what they can do is right after you're done with your shoot, they can just hand you the CD and you're done. And it's a wonderful thing. You can get it done a lot quicker now. We used to have to wait forever and have to get the negatives and then have to go get them printed. And it just took a long time. Now you can go to a photographer, get your pictures taken, and take them home the same day. Get them to your agent that night. Now, you have to ask the photographer if they can do this. Not all photographers give you the rights to their photos. Would you believe that some photographers who you pay to get your headshot actually own the copyrights, and you can't use your photo without their permission? It's ridiculous. So don't make that mistake. Don't make sure that you interview the photographer. Get to know them. Find out, go to meet them at their offices personally if you like. But make sure that you have a good fit and that they're giving you what you need. Ask for 3 or 4 setups. You know, how many photos are going to be taken? How long is my session? And what do I get after the shoot is done? Make sure that you own the copyrights. That's really important. Now, we got to talk about how to prepare to get your headshots taken. You just don't walk in there and smile and snap. No, you have to prepare. You have to, in front of the mirror, you know, try some different poses. It's all about shoulder angles and neck turns. Find the good side of your face. I'm still looking for mine. But if you look, this side's a little bit more flatter, then this side has a little bit more contour. And I've noticed that when I'm looking up, it takes a lot of these dark circles out. And I'm looking up and the photo looks a lot better. So you got to find the right position for you. Try sitting, try around, you know, turning around on the chair and doing this, lean up against a wall, hand in the pocket. Never put your hand on your face. And of course, no watches or anything like that. Don't cover up your neck with anything. Make sure that we get a good look at you. And you want to practice this before you go into your photography session, for your headshot session. And then you'll be more prepared. And you will basically dictate to the photographer, yes, I want to wear this outfit and I'm thinking this kind of shot. And the photographer will adjust you and set the lights and hopefully work with you to get some really great shots. So interview your photographer. Try to practice before you go. And what do I wear? Well, I mentioned some styles of looks that I was talking about earlier about maybe the types of clothing you want to wear, but what colors? There are certain do's and don'ts in the on-camera world, and certainly the don'ts are no prints, patterns, logos, and insignias. Now the prints, the fine prints, get all wavy on the camera. The insignia and the logo, people spend more time trying to read your logo or insignia than they do paying attention to you. You don't want stripes or anything busy going on, no big earrings. In fact, you don't want to wear all white. Daryl, come on in here for a sec, will you? If you're going to wear all white at an audition, generally all the eyes are going to go right to the white, just like a moth to light. You know, wow, it'll go right to the white. You want the eyes to be on you. If you're wearing all white, it can cause some white balance things with the camera, and it'll totally distract anybody from you. Thank you, Daryl. So you want to concentrate and get some different styles of clothing. You can go out and buy Goodwill or some inexpensive department store and find some really good clothing that you can use for your career. You should have a wardrobe really of t-shirt, crew shirt, dresses, blouses, suits, and just have that be your actor clothing. Keep it clean, keep it pressed, and keep it looking good. Now there's another color you shouldn't wear to your photo session or to any on-camera event, including an audition. Daryl? All black. Now, especially against this black background and having a black outfit, we're going to see that we can't see Daryl's definition. The shoulders, the chest, the stomach, it's all kind of blended together in a black nothingness. Wearing black does not give you a chance to see the definition of the person's body. And also, if you're taking a headshot and you're in all black, you just kind of look like a floating head. It kind of looks ghostly in some aspects. Thanks, Daryl. Now, Daryl's going to come back with something you should wear. And the things that you should wear, again, are solids, primary colors, and use the colors that reflect you the best. Again, if you have darker features, stick to a lighter shade. And lighter features, stick to a darker shade. Daryl's getting buttoned up there with what you should wear. And go ahead and come on in here. You can button it while you're here. And so here we have a nice neutral green, and if you were as close as I am, I don't know if you can see it, there is a little bit of a print or pattern there, but I'm not sure it's showing up on the camera, not at all. And so we have all eyes on Daryl when he does something like this. Go ahead and have a seat there, Daryl, will you? So here we got this guy and that guy. What's different about this picture? Well, I'll tell you one thing that's different about this picture. It's landscape. Okay, this is portrait, up and down. This is landscape, which is kind of new and in style and cool. And what you want to do when you have a headshot and you get them printed is you want to put your name in big and bold on the left-hand side, and then your agency logo, smaller than your name, on the left-hand side. And of course your resume goes on the back. But this is a landscape picture. I think it's pretty great. How's your experience with your photographer, Daryl?
Oh, it was great. We spent about 2 hours shooting down in the Pearl District, and he gave me 3 different looks and was able to touch up one shot of the 3 different looks for my final.
Excellent. And how would that run?
Actually, this is very reasonable. It was about $125 to $150.
Not bad. And that's not a bad headshot at all. But we know, and Daryl, I know, just shaved for a play that he had the lead in. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And so he shaved his beard and his goatee and his mustache. But Daryl has supplied me with a photo of him without the beard as well. But if we held this up to the mirror, we'd think, it's kind of the same guy, but the beard. Well, and you can see that Daryl still has the goatee and the mustache here, but he's clean shaving here. But he's told me about that. You see, he did it for a play he just got into, got the lead. Congratulations. And he also supplied me with a picture without the beard. And I think that's really important. Keep your agent informed. Keep everything updated. If you change, your picture should change. So a headshot is your calling card. It's the first impression most people are going to get of you in this business. Make sure when you decide that this is what you want to do and you're sure of it, you go out and get a good quality headshot.